Hello, Melissa Wick here. Welcome to practice. This is a complete yoga practice. No frills, no fuss, no drama. We're going to get right into it. We'll bring in a little bit of heat in this practice with some more challenging forward folds. So have a block that might be helpful. And this is to strengthen the spine, our meditation muscles, and to calm and ground the mind. So we're going to cultivate innate true stability in this practice and to really ground the mind into the body. So that way we can connect in to the mind's innate luminosity. So that part of the mind that is connected to consciousness itself. And so we'll be practicing one of the tradition's most treasured kriyas and meditations, the still lake of the mind. Let's get right into it. If you have a block, bring it to the top of the mat and we'll start on all fours, tabletop position. So spread your fingers nice and wide, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees hip-width distance apart. Steady yourself here. Start to connect into your breathing in and out through both nostrils. Anchor into your breath, nice and smooth. Exhaling your breath here so we're on the same page. Inhale in towards the chest. Keep the chin in. Elongate the spine. And as you exhale, shift your hips back towards your heels. Inhale, shift back onto all fours, chin stays in, lengthen out the spine. Exhale, shift your hips back, hips towards the heels. One more time. Inhale, shift forward, starting to sync the breath with movement. Exhale, hips go back. Now from here, we're going to add on. You're going to turn your palms to face one another. Thumbs are facing up towards the sky. The outer edge of your hands are rooted. As you inhale, you're going to lead with the thumbs. Biceps stay by the ears and rise up to stand on your knees all the way up. Back of the neck stays long. As you exhale, keep the thumbs drawing back, hinge at the hips. Come back down, plant your hands down onto the mat. Inhale, shift forward onto all fours. Chin stays in, back of the neck long. Exhale, hips go back to heels. Thumbs up towards the sky. Inhale, leading with the thumbs. Challenge the strength of your spine as you rise up. Exhale, lower down, hinging at the hips. Keep biceps by the ears. Plant your palms down. Inhale, shift forward, back onto all fours. Last time through. Exhale, hips go back, thumbs up. Inhale, rise up, biceps by the ears, nice and controlled. Exhale, keeping the thumbs back in space, hinge at the hips, lower down. Plant your palms down, rest here in child's pose. Deep breaths, feel the belly rise and fall as you breathe. Coming back onto all fours, tuck your toes underneath. Push up and back to downward facing dog. Now commit to stillness. So not pedaling or anything like that. Commit to pure stillness here. Bending the knees as much as you need to. Towards the end of your exhalation, bend the knees even more and step to the top of the mat. Forward fold, feet hip-width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Chin stays in. Exhale, hands to your hips, shoulders onto the back. Inhale, rise up with a flat back. Feel the power of your legs. Exhale, arms down by your side, palms face forward, Tadasana, mountain pose. Now we're going to move through some dynamic uttanasana, dynamic forward folding to really strengthen the spine. Option 1, you can take your hands to the backs of the thighs, just underneath the glutes. And as you forward fold, the chest stays open and you would fold and slide the hands down as you folded and slide the hands back up as you rise. For a little bit more tapas, a little bit more heat, arms will reach up. So thumbs back in space, maybe a little bend in the knees. This is more about the spine, so bend the knees if you need to. As you exhale, hinging at the hips, keep the biceps by the ears, long spine all the way down, fingertips graze the mat. Inhale, leading with the thumbs, rise back up to stand. All the way up. And we're going to add in a count. Exhale, fold for the count of 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise up for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, fold for 6. Slow it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, rise for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, fold for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, rise for 4, 2, 3, 4. Last one for 8. Exhale, slow it down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release the hands, forward fold. Return your breath back to 1-to-1 ratio. In for 4, out for 4. Keep the shoulders out of the ears, lengthen the back of the neck. Breathe deeply in the abdomen. Breath is deep and silent and smooth and balanced and continuous. To come out of the posture, inhale, halfway lift, chin is in. Exhale, hands to your hips, shoulders back. Inhale, rise up with the flat back all the way up to stand. Exhale, palms down, palms open, Tadasana, eyes along the horizon. Pausing here, adjust. Be that courageous, stable, calm yogi. Now moving into Warrior One, take a step back with your left leg. Turn your left toes in about 45 degrees. Take your hands to adjust, square your hips to face the front of the mat, and bend your right knee. Keep drawing that right hip back as you lengthen the tailbone down. Inhale, your arms are going to sweep up again, biceps by the ears, same theme, thumbs are back in space. Now to reduce that cave in the lower back, you can start to bring the shoulders and the torso forward just a little bit. Exhale your breath here so we're on the same page. We're going to move dynamically. So here, exhale. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, we're going to fold over that right leg, Tanasana, keeping the thumbs back, fingertips graze the mat. Keep a little bend in that right knee if you need. Inhale, now really bend your right knee, rise up to Warrior One. Stay here in Warrior One for your exhale. Now we're going to add in a count. Inhale, straighten your right leg for 4. Exhale, fold for 8. Count for yourself internally. Keep drawing that right hip back. Challenge the length of your spine. Inhale to Warrior One for 4. Bend the right knee. Stay here for your exhale for 8. Ground the mind into the body. Inhale, straighten the right leg for 4. Exhale, fold for 8. Thumbs back. Bend your right knee. Inhale, Warrior One for 4. Ground here. Exhale for 8. Really ground yourself in the pose. Now stay here. Shift your breath. 1-to-1 ratio. In for 4, out for 4. Eyes along the horizon. Adding in Mula Bandha towards the end of the exhales for a little extra stability. Reduce and minimize the blinking. Like a warrior looking over the sanctity of his mind. No one else will do that for you. Master your mind. Beautiful. Straighten your right leg.
Lower your arms down and step forward to the top of your mat, mountain pose, Tadasana. Eyes along the horizon. Pause, be still, adjust. Take a step back with your right leg, preparing the other side. So you want to square your hips. You can take your hands to manually adjust the hips. Firm the outer edge of the right foot. So you're on 2 tracks here. Bending your left knee. Keep pulling that left hip back as you plant that right foot down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Biceps stay by the ears, thumbs back in space. Low belly zips in. Come forward just a little bit to reduce the curve in the lower back. Steady yourself here with your breath. Exhaling your breath so we're on the same page. Inhale, extend the left leg for 4. Exhale, fold over the left leg for 8. Keep a little micro bend in the left knee if you need to. This is about the spine. Inhale, bend your left knee, rise up, warrior 1 for 4. Exhale, stay here and ground for 8. Slowing down the exhalation. Inhale, straighten the left leg for 4. Exhale, fold over the left leg for 8. Can you find stability in the movement? Inhale, bend your left knee, rise up, warrior 1 for 4. Exhale, ground here for 8. Last one, inhale, straighten the left leg for 4. Exhale, fold for 8. Challenge the length of your spine as you fold. Inhale, bend your left knee, rise up for 4. Now ground here, exhale for 8. Shift your breath, 1-to-1 ratio, in for 4, out for 4. Minimize any involuntary movements. The only parts that are moving are the parts of your body that need to move for you to breathe. Beautiful. Straighten the left leg, lower the arms down, step forward, Tadasana, mountain pose. Ground. If the mind is a mess, our life is a mess. So just feel into these lunar forces, grounding and calming. Take a step back towards the center of your mat. If you have a block, have it close by. You may or may not need it. Coming into Warrior 2, we're going to add in a twist, a little bit more of a spicy twist, adding in that friction to clarify. Bring the palms into heart center. Tailbone is lengthening down, shoulders back, crown of the head grows tall. Adjust your breath. 1-to-1 ratio, in 4, out 4. You don't have to count, but you can just intuit that balanced breath. From here, lean into your right foot, so your right foot is planted, but try not to just lean into the hip. You want to root that foot down and find a lift. From here, left leg starts to go back as you pendulum forward, flexing the left foot, but don't open the hip. Keep the hips closed, chest open, chin in. Balance out your breath. Your knees can be a little bit bent here if you need to. Now from here, take your hands down to the ground, either fingertips on the ground or bring your left hand to a block for support. Inhale, halfway lift the spine, chin is in. Exhale, twist, right arm opens up, revolved half moon. Keep extending through that back heel. Crown of the head reaches forward. Breath is 1-to-1 ratio, deep abdominal breaths. Steady your eyes on one point. That'll help steady the mind. Look up if you can, or just look out. Or if it's better for your neck, keep your gaze down. Look down. Inhale, untwist. Take a step back with your left leg. And halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold over that right leg. Hands can be on blocks or on the ground. Pause here. Shoulders are out of the ears. Back of the neck long. Ground the mind into the navel center. Deep abdominal breaths. So come out of the pose. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, hands to your hips, shoulders back. Inhale, rise up with the flat back. Exhale, step forward, mountain pose. There you are. Preparing for the other side. Feet together, hands into prayer. Root down with the feet as you grow tall through the crown of the head. When you feel balanced and ready, weight into the left leg as the right leg lifts. Hips stay closed. Chin is in. Take your hands down to the ground or right hand on the block. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, chin stays in. Exhale, twist, left arm opens up, twisting from the navel. Gaze out or up or down. Deep abdominal breaths. So when you can smoothen out your breath, the body is going to follow. So the body follows what the breath and the mind are doing. So come out of the pose, look down. Inhale, untwist. Exhale, step your right foot back, preparing for the fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, chin in. Exhale, fold over your left leg. If you need to readjust the hips, just externally rotate or externally take that left thigh back so hips are squared. Shoulders out of the ears. Drop into deep, smooth abdominal breaths. To come out of the pose, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, chin in. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise up, chest open. Exhale, stand, Tadasana, mountain pose. Ground into those descending lunar forces. If you have a block close by, just make sure it's out of the way. Come back to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over your hips. Keep the biceps by the ears. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms and step back to high plank. From here, you can take your knees down, bend your elbows back, lower down onto your belly, pointing your toes. Make sure there's enough space around you as we're going to be circling the arms up overhead. So bring your backs of the hands onto the lower back, palms stacked on top of one another. As you inhale, you're going to circle your right arm up, lift your forehead and chest up at the same time. And as you exhale, bring your right arm back to where you started and right ear comes down to the mat. Inhale, head center, lift the chest and forehead. Left arm sweeps up. Exhale, left arm goes back. Left ear down to the mat. Inhale, lift, right arm sweeps up. Head center. Exhale, lower right arm, right ear down. Inhale, lift, left arm circles up. Exhale, lower arm, left ear down. Now we're going to add in alternate legs, alternate leg to the arm. Inhale, lift, right arm, left leg lifts. Point the left toes, chin is in. Exhale, bring everything back down to where you started, right ear down. Inhale, center lift, left arm, right leg. Exhale, lower down, left ear down. One more time, each side. Inhale, lift, right arm, left leg. Exhale, lower down, right ear down. This is so good for your back. Lift, inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, lower down, left ear down. Relax the arms, let it go. To balance out the neck, bring the right ear down. Bring your head back to center. Take your hands just in front of your shoulders. Push up, inhale. And then nice and carefully, just shift your hips back to child's pose. Toes touch, knees out wide. Release the lower back. Drop deep into your abdominal breathing. And lift yourself up, sitting on your heels. You can close the legs. Pausing here for a moment, shoulders back. Relax the belly. We'll come into some seated twists. So come down onto your bum. And two options here. You can either come into easy pose, Sukhasana, so just cross your right leg in front of the left, just cross-legged position. And you can take your right hand behind you as your kickstand and you'll twist to the right. Or if you have half lotus in your practice, you can take your right leg coming into half lotus. If this is not in your practice, no fuss. You don't want to over push your body. Easy pose is perfect. So if you have the half lotus, I'll demonstrate that, or you stay in the cross-legged position. Either way, we're going to twist to the right. So if you're in the half lotus, your right hand comes behind and you grab a hold of the foot, that right foot. Inhale, left arm reaches up. And you exhale, twist to the right. So left hand holds on to the right thigh or the knee. Spine is nice and tall, chest is open. Drop into your abdominal breathing. And just move your awareness into the center of the forehead, locating a subtle pulse. And inhale, untwist wherever you are. Come back to center. Hands just rest on your thighs. Sit up tall. Awareness in the navel. Grounded luminosity. And then we'll take it to the other side. So either Sukhasana, easy pose with the left leg in front. And then you would take your left hand behind you, right hand to the left thigh, or half lotus, left foot on top, making sure there is no pain. And then the left hand would sweep around, grabbing a hold of the left foot, twisting to the left. Yogi's choice. Left hand behind you. If you're in Sukhasana, right arm reaches up, breathe in. Exhale, twist to your left. Right hand onto the left thigh, chest open, spine tall. Drop deeply into your abdominal breath. Awareness in that subtle pulse in the center of the forehead. Inhale, untwist, come through center. Pausing here. Awareness in the navel. Feeling your innate grounded luminosity. Now we're going to extend the legs out in front of us, coming into Paschimo Tanasana, seated forward fold. You can always take your hands and remove some of the flesh here. Internally rotate those thighs. Flex the feet. Knees can be bent if the hamstrings are tight. Again, this is more about the spine than the hamstrings. The hamstring opening is the after effects. So we're going to move dynamically first. You're going to reach the arms up. Inhale, biceps by the ears. As we exhale, we're going to slow down the exhale for 8, hinging forward. Keep drawing those thumbs back in space. And then inhale, rise up for 4. Exhale, lower for 8, nice and slow. Strengthening those meditation muscles. Inhale, rise up for 4. Last time through, exhale for 8. Keep drawing the thumbs back, biceps by the ears. Lengthen the spine. And then from here, grab a hold of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders back, chin in. Maintaining some of this length. Exhale, fold. So we're not completely rounding. Maintaining some brightness in the chest. Shoulders are back and relaxed. Again, back of the neck is long. Drop into your abdominal breathing. Steady your breath. Adding in the breath ratio. Inhaling for 4. Exhale for 6. Hold out at the bottom of the exhale for 2.
In 4, out 6, hold out 2. Really start to explore and drop into that pause at the bottom of the exhale. When we consciously pause our breath, we tap into this beautiful space where the mind stops spinning. Pure consciousness. Finishing off your last round of breath. Same way we came into the posture. Inhale, extend the arms forward, leading with the thumbs, rise up. Exhale, lower the arms down, hands on the thighs or by the side, pausing here. Feel those lunar forces. And let's scooch ourselves up so that there's space behind us, coming down onto your backs. It's time to lay in Shavasana. Take your legs out wider than your mat. Let your ankles fall open. Little tuck of the shoulders underneath. Palms up. Closing down your eyes. And drop into deep, smooth abdominal breaths in and out through the nose. And each time that you inhale, tap into the silent mantra, so. And each time you exhale, hum. Inhaling so, exhaling hum. So hum. Which means I am that. I am one with the infinite reserve, reservoir of consciousness. So hum.
Slowly begin to deepen your breath once again. Bring some movement back to your body. Perhaps you move your fingers and your toes, your wrists, your ankles. Reaching your arms up overhead. Bringing your knees in and rolling off to one side. Pausing in this transitional space for a few deep breaths. And then start to make your way upright to a comfortable seated position. Propping your hips up on a block, or you can even lean up against the wall or sit in a chair until the spine gets stronger. You want to find ease here, but maintaining a tall spine wherever you are, so there is this sense of presence and alertness. So we're upright, but yet we're also at ease. Resting your hands on your lap. Shoulders are back, back of the neck is lengthened. Close your eyes down. I guide you through pranayama, and then we'll move into our kriya, still lake of the mind, and into meditation. Drop into your breath in and out through the nose. And we'll start to activate our complete breath, 3-part breath. So the inhales are initiating in the abdomen, and as you breathe in, the inhale rises up, feeling the ribs expand laterally, continuing up, rising into the chest, feeling a slight lift in the collarbones and the shoulders. And as you exhale, the navel pulls back in towards the back of the spine. Continuing like that at your own rhythm. So as you breathe in, the navel, belly expands, ribs all the way up into the chest. And when you exhale, the navel pulls back, full breath out. Find your rhythm. Even though the inhalation is in 3 parts, it is still one continuous wave. Balanced inhales and exhales. Now maintaining this complete breath throughout the pranayama practice. We'll move into viloma on an exhale. So exhale your breath so we're on the same page. Inhale smoothly for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1/3 of the breath. Pause and be still. Exhale the second third of the breath. Pause and be still. Exhale the final third of your breath. Pause, be still. Inhale smoothly for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1/3 of your breath. Pause, be still. Exhale the second third of your breath. Pause, be still. Exhale final third of your breath. Pause, be still. Inhale smoothly for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1/3 of your breath. Pause. Exhale second third of your breath. Pause. Exhale final third of your breath. Pause. Be still. Inhale smoothly for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1/3 of your breath. Pause. Exhale second third of your breath. Pause. Exhale final third of your breath. Pause. Be still. Inhale smoothly for 6. Continue to count and guide yourself internally. Making sure that each part of the 3-part exhale are even. The transition from inhale to exhales are smooth. And if you'd like, you can start to explore those conscious pauses in between the exhale. Maybe elongating the pause. Tapping into pure presence. Finishing up your last round. Releasing the pranayama, releasing any conscious control of your breath. Effortless breath. As if you're in an almost breathless state. Now move your attention to the base of your brain and intuitively experience or see your mind as a perfectly still, crystal clear lake. The still surface of the lake is an expression of your pristine mind. If a thought arises, See it as a tiny ripple on the surface of the lake, appearing for a moment and then fading back in to perfect stillness. Keeping your awareness at the still lake of mind, move your attention to the back of your head, just outside of the skull. Here, experience a bright, luminous full moon. Its bluish, silvery glow, emanating a cool, calm, tranquil light. Feel its presence, its pulse. And with your effortless will, guide the full moon in through the back of the head and position it in the midbrain, in between the temples, hovering over the crystal clear, still lake of mind. Notice as you become aware of the lake's surface, you witness the full moon being perfectly reflected, without blemish or distortion. The still lake of mind reflects the pure, calm light of consciousness perfectly. Now, in your own intuitive way, see a singular ray of light, a moonbeam, emanating from the full moon and directly piercing the eyebrow center. A beam of light emanating from the full moon, piercing the eyebrow center, traveling forward into infinite space. Allow your awareness to merge with this ray of light, feeling its cool, calming pulsations. As you rest in this ray of light, feel the silent mantra "So hum" unfolding as a pulse of contentment. Soham, Soham, independent of the breath. Mantra unfolding as a pulse of contentment. I am that. Begin to deepen your breath once again. Bring your palms to touch in front of the heart space. Acknowledging and honoring the true saints and sages that came before us, who've allowed us to have access to these teachings and practices. To them, we give deep thanks. And to the light and the energies that support our practices and our lives, we give deep thanks. May the light of our practice be spread into the world, touching the hearts and minds of all, including all and excluding none. May all beings be peaceful, happy, and free. Namaste.